Hello YouTube, Grindog Chef here, and welcome to the last chapter, the last episode, the last installment of the England World Cup that we've performed so far. The 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia tournament, and England have got to the final in the only time in history, apart from the year in 1966 where we reached the final and won. We have never ever reached the final of a World Cup before or after that moment, up until now, up until today, where we're going to be facing Spain. Obviously a formidable opponent, one of the top winners of all international football tournaments, and we are here today to do it, guys. Let's dive straight into the team lineups and get going after our incredible journey from the group stages of a 1-0 Tunisia game, a 3-0 Panama game, a 5-1 Belgium game, a 2-0 Poland in the round of 16, a 4-3 on penalties after a 1-1 draw against Brazil, and a 3-1 against Uruguay. Go and check out all them episodes, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic games. Not one game let me down. Not one video has let me down yet. I'm sure this is going to be a thrilling competition, fighting for nation. Let's get into the lineups. Here's the lineup for today, ladies and gentlemen, against the Spain team. Spain have also only ever won one World Cup, but obviously are known as very dangerous, formidable opponents in every single international sense of the word. Our lineup today is Raheem Sterling after his hat-trick game against Uruguay and Harry Kane up top. It worked, it'll work again. Dele Alli, Henderson and Dyer now captaining the team for this final after putting in a performance of a lifetime. Danny Rose at left wing back, Trippier at right wing back, with Walker, Stones and Cahill as our holding back three like they have been all tournament. Pickford in net. The nerves are racking.
A sense of disbelief back in England. This England team have the chance to put themselves on a par with the heroes of the World Cup of 1966. It is the World Cup final for England in Moscow, and it's live.
We're going to be walking past the trophy.
The biggest day in world football. The World Cup final, it only comes around once every 4 years, and the prize is to be the top country in the world game. It's a brilliant setting, the Luzhniki Stadium in Moscow, and we're lucky to be here, we being myself, Martin Tyler, and Alan Smith.
Yeah, we certainly are looking. You think back,
there it is, guys. Hopefully we'll be taking that home with us today. We haven't lost the game yet. We haven't drawn a game yet.
I think there'll be goals out there.
Number 20, Dele Alli.
And we pause now for the national anthems.
All the England fans at home on their TVs around the world watching the FIFA World Cup final. Ramos captaining the Spanish team today. With De Gea, there's Isco.
Well, over 50 years since England were last.
Right, let's see what we can do, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we can do.
20 team became world champions and offered hope for the future.
Yeah, and you just hope that that transforms into the seniors in a few years' time. It's not always easy because it's difficult for these boys to attain a regular place in the Premier League.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
For nation, for blood, for war, for honour, and the FIFA World Cup final has kicked off, ladies and gentlemen. Ramos now on the ball.
What an occasion, what a thrill for them, and what a thrill for us. It's underway.
Yeah, the biggest day for each and every one of
Playing good football. Isco on the ball, gives it off. Pickford keeps hold of it easily. A strong start by Spain at pushing it out of defence. We do see Sterling now. Sterling could be through. We do see Harry Kane running into the box. A great touchdown, Harry Kane! Oh my goodness, Harry Kane missing a header. It's nearly unheard of, and it looks like Diego Costa on the counter-attack. Could be through.
Diego Costa. Goal.
8 minutes in. Diego Costa scores for Spain. After Harry Kane absolutely flops a header, Pickford can't do anything against that one-on-one. The defence is not back marking the man up properly. And at 8 minutes in, Diego Costa takes the lead for Spain in the World Cup final. Come on, boys, we've got to win this. We've got to do the nation proud. I don't want to let down the nation.
He's read that, hasn't he? And made the interception, made it look easy, actually.
Giving it off to Raheem Sterling now. Sterling going to do one.
Unmarked now, he's lost his marker.
Can't put anything past there, but is it going out? It's going out for a throw-in.
Sterling.
Putting the ball into the box. Dyer running into the box strongly. Let's see if Harry Kane can get ahead. Dele Alli puts it back post. Anyone could have ran onto that. But no one at the back post marking up. Martinez now gives it off to Silva. Silva to the goal scorer. Diego Costa back to Silva. Isco, attempted pass. Hendo on the ball now.
Here's Sterling.
Try and find Sterling. Not enough support, but we do see Danny Rose making his way up. Tries to find Raheem Sterling. Tries to find anybody. But it's just so hard to win in the air against such a big team. Such a physical side like Spain.
These two teams have got to the World Cup final. It does show the breadth of talent around the globe.
Yeah, it is the beauty of football, isn't it? Sometimes you
Oh, well played football. A second shot going close and making me actually skip a beat.
Here's Dyer. Well, just to go back to what we were about
Oh
to
my
say
goodness.
about
Biscuit's now on the ball. Gives it off.
These sides
Diego Costa.
really fought their way through against the odds.
Oh my goodness. Referee, that was a pure shoulder barge.
Where the whole world will be watching today.
Through on goal again! Spain by far being the most dangerous team we've faced this World Cup and actually being terrifying right now for the back five of England. Do we see Danny Rose up there? We do indeed. Wins the header. Puts it down. Dele Alli getting physical. Absolutely barged off the ball again. Back post now. Yeah, oh, De Gea as well. We've got to beat David De Gea in net. The world's best goalkeeper in many people's eyes. Definitely in the top three.
Just a case of finding the
Proving himself season and season again for Manchester United. Danny Rose. We do see Dyer in the middle. Oh no, he goes off to Trippier! What a save! Sterling! Oh my goodness, a great, tremendous save from David De Gea there. Puts it in. Harry Kane wins the header, does well to glide it towards the net, but just over the bar.
Well, we see Spain pass the ball as they always do, but they're not passing it to any great purpose at the moment. Keeping the ball and keeping
Raheem Sterling can't win. Just the pure physicality of the Spanish team is built to bully off other players and make them so they can't touch the ball. Put that with world-class passing and it is a ruthless combination. Even Harry Kane struggling, but do we see Sterling? He's not making the correct run. And only 2 minutes added time.
Diego Costa.
Diego Costa goes down in the box, goes down again.
That's safely away.
A lot of moments here, guys, where I've been on the edge of my seat, jumping out, being silent, terrified of what's happening inside the box. There is going to have to be a change at some point there. Raheem Sterling doing quite well so far. Harry Kane doing alright in the air. Dele Alli making an impact. Dyer definitely making an impact with Rose. Our back three is seeming very nervous. Let's see how we kick off and see what we're like about 60 minutes time.
Second half is underway of the 2018 World Cup final, and England with a bit to do.
You have that 15 minutes in the dressing room would have been the most important the England manager has ever had.
They are just solid. Passing-wise, physicality-wise, structure in their team is immense right now, and it's hard to break it down. And I feel like it's not going to change throughout the game either, guys, so we have got our work cut out for us. We just want to try and avoid giving them a through ball like that. Wow. Running onto it, was that Javi Martinez, I believe.
But he's placed it wide, sadly for him. Cahill.
We don't want the clump of the midfield that we've got at the moment.
In this first half, what Diego Costa does.
Oh, he was all over the place.
Free kick against
Oh dear. Ruben Loftus-Cheek for Eric Dyer. That's what they're wanting us to do. But I don't feel like that's the right move at all. Eric Dyer's been a defensive tank so far this game. And we do see a little bit of an opening there on Raheem Sterling's side. He's got pace, but he just can't beat the back two. They're just too strong and too big for him. They block him off.
Good forward play from them.
Sterling's getting hold of the ball but losing it again. It is making me wonder if there should be a change.
Really away from the threat here.
There we go. There we go.
Pressed high here.
Some good passing now. We do see Harry Kane out wide. Harry Kane, he's not the quickest, but he does see Sterling, who is. Sterling just can't get onto the ball. The pass and the defending was really well played. And we are going to make our change now from Raheem Sterling coming off to Marcus Rashford coming on. And we are going to take off Dele Alli for Jesse Lingard or Jesse Lingard, depending on how people pronounce it.
And get the throw. Two new faces about to be introduced here. PK.
Rashford on for Sterling, as we know. And Lingard on for Ali. The Spanish team put Diego on as well for Illuminated. Illuminated. Out on the wing. Playing it through. Just giving that midfield area a bit of a boost. It looks like Marcus Rashford is through on goal, unopposed. Marcus Rashford for the interception, the fresh legs, the intensity. The young man wants it in his first ever World Cup game. His first ever World Cup final, sorry, his first ever World Cup in general. And Marcus Rashford uses his pace, his stamina, his agility and his stability to thread it past David De Gea, one of the world's best. And a former and a teammate nonetheless as well at Manchester United. On the training pitch all this time, learning how De Gea works, and Marcus Rashford uses that to his advantage.
It's Eric Dyer.
Threading it through, Marcus Rashford again.
Crossed in towards Rashford. Cleared away by the
PK now gives it off to Isco. Isco back on the ball from Diego Costa's pass. Diego, the new man. Making it 1-1 level terms. Apparently a foul there, and we're looking for Ashley Young. I do think does deserve a place to lift that trophy, or at least be on the pitch this game. So we're going to make the substitution, guys, and that's all of our substitutions done and gone. Trippier had a good World Cup, but Ashley Young, I actually do believe, has played better throughout it.
That's great defending there, stopping that attack.
Kane now on the ball. Kane doing a bit of bullying of his own, but just can't get it through to Dyer.
Read the intention of the pass.
Harry Kane finds Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford back to Harry Kane now. Harry Kane pushing through. He's going to turn. Harry Kane makes it 2-1 in the World Cup final against Spain in Russia, in Moscow. Harry Kane's got to score, hasn't he, guys? We all know he has. Harry Kane's got to pick up a goal in the final. Marcus Rashford and Harry Kane doing tremendous things right now. The second half is kicked off for England after conceding in only 8 minutes in the game. Spain doing some great Spanish passing right now, making space for themselves. Busquets on the ball, gives it off. Thiago now, the new man. Close them down, please, referee. Jordi Alba takes a shot, but Pickford recovers it nicely.
He's taking a chance, but he's keeping the ball under some pressure.
do find Danny Rose now. Danny Rose, can he see anything? Finds Marcus Rashford. Gets taken down nicely by Ramos though. Ashley Young recovering that ball correctly. And going out for a throw-in.
Spain are going to make a substitution here. Sergio Ramos. Thiago.
The Arsenal man Monreal has just come on, I believe.
They need to penetrate the opposition. They're going to equalise.
And Carvajal takes it out for a goal kick. The blood pressure is raised again in the last few minutes of the World Cup. Marcus Rashford, he has the pace. Marcus Rashford, point of no return. Ladies and gentlemen, just over the whistle. And Marcus Rashford makes it a 3-1 victory against Spain. Not a dull moment in this career so far for the young man. Not a dull moment in this World Cup for England. From 1-0 down to 3-1 back. Marcus Rashford with 2 goals. And referee, will that be the whistle? The England crowd goes absolutely wild. Kyle Walker there crying, loving it. Spain did so well. But the second time England will take the World Cup. The first final since '66. And it's amazing for the lads, all the subs. The first team, we're going to watch through it. Marcus Rashford putting on a career performance of an absolute lifetime. His head was in the game. Kane picking up a goal because he just deserves one for being Harry Kane. And Eric Dyer, I deliberately put Eric Dyer as captain in this game over Harry Kane because in my opinion, if anyone deserves to lift up that trophy, it is Eric Dyer. Well played. Gary Cahill jumping up and down. Marcus Rashford, the man of the match. There he is. Eric Dyer lifting up. And Marcus Rashford talking to his teammates, smiling, loving it. His first ever World Cup. He's like the Pele of England right now. The young boy, the first ever World Cup, and the man who brought us to the victory of it. The fireworks, the pub crawls, the drinks that'll be on tonight, the champagne that'll be running out. Look at that. This isn't any trophy, ladies and gentlemen. This is the world-renowned trophy for football. Doing the pitch. Well, look at them fireworks in Russia. Vladimir Putin has hooked us up well. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching and following this World Cup exploration through England. Obviously England, as I am English, obviously guys, had to be the first. There they go, there are the pictures, well done. Had to be the first pick, the first choice of us to go. But I'm not done just there, guys. Diego Costa had a great goal early on. Actually put me on the back foot, shocked me. 10 rating there. Eric Dyer probably actually had one of the worst games he's had this World Cup, but still really deserves it. Danny Rose, Eric Dyer, Marcus Rashford, Harry Kane, Lingard, Henderson, Cahill, Stones, Walker, Young, Pickford, Sterling, Ali, Trippier are just some of the many names, the many stars of this World Cup for us. I'm so impressed. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. 3-1 against Spain. And that is the World Cup. Thank you very much for following this series. I'm not done just with the series either, guys, though. We are going to be starting a new one. And I'm still thinking who we're going to be doing. I'll probably decide later today and record the first episode of that, the big one, with all the group stages done of our new World Cup. Thank you very much. If you've enjoyed this World Cup, if you've enjoyed this World Cup in real life, if you've enjoyed this game nonetheless, hit that thumbs up button, that subscribe button down below. Thank you very much, guys. You are the reason that I do these videos, and it makes it worth it just to see them views go up. Thank you very much, and have a great day, ladies and gentlemen.